everybody out there in YouTube land. We are live. I am April Beebe.
Yes, and I'm Kevin Wealth.
And we are Cocktails and Conversation. And we're going over the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 3, A New Edition with a name. And
Yeah.
tonight, I'm drinking my Patron Margarita.
Yes.
Ooh, it's so bright.
I'm drinking water actually.
Do tell, alkaline.
And also, look at what I'm eating as well. Can you see this?
Chocolate chip cookies. I love it.
Yeah, we need to have, the sweets for tonight.
Balance.
Because tonight was a very sweet episode.
Oh my God, yeah. So let's start with the opening scene. Portia and Eva are working out. They're hanging out. They're having girl time.
Yeah.
Okay? Eva, the diva, is throwing daggers. I ain't even talking about shade. Daggers.
I don't understand what's her problem. Like, since when did she grow so much balls?
And why you coming for Cynthia? Cynthia ain't done nothing to you. Like, respect the game. You came
Cynthia
through.
Cynthia ain't did nothing to you except be a top model. Period. I'm not gonna lie, even though Eva's like more popular, but still.
Well, popular with this generation. But you have to think about it. We wouldn't have known of Eva if it wasn't for Tyra Banks. So Tyra Banks is in the same category as Cynthia. And so here you are talking about veteran walk. Like all the shade was just like, girl, bye.
Veteran. Girl, bye. Remind me, what does veteran mean?
Veteran is like old, like, how do I say it? Like, when you're a veteran, you're a seasoned vet. Like, you're older. Like, you've done it. And you've done it for a while. So they call you a vet. Like Michael Jordan, he's a veteran if you think about it. Magic Johnson, if you're thinking in lines of sport, they've been around for so long. And, you can use veteran, you can use GOAT. And you know what GOAT stands for, right?
Of course, April.
Okay, I'm just checking, honey. You may not know, because
I know.
I'm seasoned. Look, I'm seasoned, so you might not know. But no, so she, I guess it was time for Eva to step it up a notch. So she was definitely like, even at Portia, she was like in the interview confession, she was like, oh, well, I just had a baby. Like, what's your problem?
I like their chemistry together, but I don't, I think it's fun when Eva's not being shady. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm going to say this. Eva was boring the last 2 episodes.
But
we saw Susie Homemaker.
She was just boring to be fun.
No, you don't have to be shady to be fun, but she was like total 360. So you go from Susie Homemaker to now to Shady Faye Faye. I mean, I needed more from Eva, but not to this degree, because she's basically doing a Nene, and we'll get to Nene in a second. But Nene normally comes for the new. The new fish on the market, she comes for you. And it looked like her and Shamari gonna have issues, but I'll digress. Let's continue on. But I did not like,
Why is she bringing up Shamia?
Oh, Eva brought up Shamia. That's because of that Barcelona trip, and they had issues because Shamia was like, well, didn't you used to sleep with Missy Elliott? Like, just out of nowhere, just busted her out on old tea. But, it was said in the industry that Eva went both ways, and she's sexually fluid. That's her business. But now she got a man. Shantae got a man at home. So I don't know why, but Shamia was vibing for that peach. You know what I mean? So she had to put anything she could out there, and she still didn't get a slot. Her and Marlo didn't get no spots. They are friends of friends of friends.
Right. What I have down, what I thought, honestly, throughout it all, Portia's so pretty. and she's so fun. Like when you're working out with her, like I have nothing to ever like. I have never have anything bad to say about Portia because Portia
You
is a
got a
wonderful.
crush on Portia. Let's be 100.
Mm-hmm. Well, a crush? No. But I do love her.
Mm-hmm.
Period. But how about the scene with Nene and Greg though?
Oh, wait a minute, before we go into that. The other shady thing that Eva said was, oh, yeah, Marlo is 42 years old and she's never been married. I'm like, whoa.
Mm. How do you feel about that one?
That was, yeah. I was like,
listen, don't mind Eva because half of this stuff is being pushed by production anyways. Because when somebody makes a huge 180 like that, usually there is someone in their ear telling them to be all of that. Because me personally, I really don't feel like Eva is someone to be just unnecessarily shady like that. I kind of think she's just doing it because like she has to get a peach. Not a peach, but I guess kind of bring content to the show, like bring a little pizzazz. Because I guess producers just like, listen, these past couple of recording sessions was kind of boring.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's my thing about Eva. I think she's bringing up the old Eva because if you go back to the very first time we saw Eva on America's Next Top Model, she was the mean girl, but she worked on herself through that season, and then she became under attack. Do you remember that?
Hell no.
Oh, honey, you're going to have to pull out that Cody Fire Stick and go look at some old. I think it's like America's Next Top Model season 5 or 7, one of those. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so she brought it around. I think Eva has the ability to be messy. I think she has the ability to turn it on and off.
Yeah.
You have to remember she's an actress. She's an actress too.
Mm-mm.
Yes, honey.
My thing is this. Remember, she's a Scorpio. Period.
Scorpio's theme.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's turkey.
Okay, so let's go on to the next scene, which is Nene and Greg.
Mm-hmm.
So Nene and Greg go to Houston. They go to the cancer center. They're trying to figure out how to attack this cancer, how progressive the cancer is. Mm-hmm. And I ain't even gonna say where they went to, but I'm gonna say they in Houston at a cancer center. So y'all can read between the lines or do y'all digging on your own. But anyway, because I'm based here in Houston. So yeah. But no cancer was found in Greg's body. However, there's always the chance that there are traces of it that could grow back or that could manifest, that could, Mm-hmm. So they're trying to figure out a approach because there might be microscopic fibers inside of his body that wasn't detected by, the x-rays and the testing and everything else. So the doctor recommends chemo. However, Nene and Greg decide to go through an alternative medicine.
Yeah, and that was just very sad. Like the whole scene, honestly, it was really sad. And I also learned a few things when she was talking about, or I think the doctor was talking about what you just said, like how there might be certain body parts that are still affected, but like undetectable right now.
And so my understanding, and they didn't speak on this, that Greg has, and this is allegedly because I'm not a doctor, but allegedly he has colon cancer. So when you think about the colon, there are several pockets. Like even if you thought about getting a colonic, like oftentimes when you get a colonic, there are still food particles in that colon that gets flushed out and pushed through a colonic. So think of it the same way with cancer. Yeah, they've cut the bad parts of the colon out. However, there is a chance that in one of those little pockets in that area, the cancer still exists and live. And if it does, even if it's a small, minute amount, it can grow.
Come on, Dr. April.
Oh, MD right here, MDBB in the house. But anyway, no,
Period.
it was very sad. I like that Greg is like showing, he still has a sense of humor. Like if you even recall back to the last episode, he was telling jokes. My mom had cancer, and I think if you're constantly in bad headspace, bad spirits, the cancer will take over. But if you keep a positive state of mind, honey, Greg gonna kick cancer's ass. That's how I see it. So I am so rooting for him.
Okay. Yeah, he does have a sense of humor, and he does. I really hope he feels happy, like in the end of everything. Like he's a really good guy, and I don't want to see anybody go through what he's going through. And when he put his perspective like into words, like I would have never thought like I would be walking down a hospital. That really made me feel very sad. And then that clip of him singing at the very end, that one touched my heart. But damn, I really hope they get through it.
I think he'll make it through it.
Do you think Nene sees a psychologist?
I think Nene has saw somebody through the years because she has grown, she has changed. And I like what she said too. And I don't think it was this episode, but it was last episode. But it's true. Everybody loves Greg. Like, she's like, people hate me, but they love him some Greg. And that's very true because he's always a positive person, always full of energy. So I think she has worked on herself through the years. I think she's a. Ooh, are you laughing?
I'm laughing at like the image of her saying, "I know how to handle a heckler now."
Oh,
like heckler is such a funny word to me. I just can't. Heckler.
But I think and that kind of goes back to the last episode, but. I think you grow as a person. You have to grow from your mistakes. And I definitely think Nene has somebody that she talks to because, at first she was a fireball. And she's still a fireball to some degree, but she tames that.
She's like a reserved fireball.
Yes, she is. And so I think it's natural for Nene because she is who she is to attack. Because that's my nature too. And I think when she said that about the heckler, like it cost her some M's, it cost her some money in the bank. So, you learn when your pockets get hit. And I think she took a step back and that was a learning lesson.
That pocket got
Baby, you hit my purse. Don't touch my purse. Now, so tell me, so Candy meet up with Shamari. We meet Shamari DeVoe for the first time. Tongue popping. Go ahead, give it to me, Kevin. Give it to me.
Honestly, maybe I'm too young. I mean, I was born in '96, but like, still, like, I've never really heard of Shamari before. But now that
you're right there in the A, baby. And I mean, I don't expect you to know because they're like one-hit wonder. But Lisa Left Eye brought them out. And you were probably, child, you was probably your nephew's age when they came out, to be honest with you. So I don't expect you to know. But she sure talk a lot of shit, don't she?
Well, I mean, she seems like somebody who like is very confident of herself, very self-assured, her and her husband both. And I feel like they're the kind of couple that like really, really, really supports each other and are each other's biggest fans. And I can see why she would compare their relationship to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Whereas other people might be like, oh, girl, you're kind of reaching. But I can see why, because they truly, truly believe in each other. Because when I seen him looking at her while she was performing, he was looking at her like she was Beyonce, I swear to God. And that's cute. That's what we would all want in our relationship. But in regards to Shamari and Candy, I kind of felt like she was like a follower or like clout chaser, kind of, more than an actual friend.
Well, yeah, so they did that whole thing. That you can totally tell it's a production setup because Candy actually produced a couple of cuts for Black. Now, do they have some dealings with each other? Yes, but are they friends to that level? No. I think Ronnie DeVoe and Candy are more friends, and it makes sense because they even mentioned later on that they toured together. And by the way, I'm giving Shamari DeVoe realness tonight. I don't know if you noticed that, but I just had to give a shout out to the hair, to the wig. Let me adjust it, baby. Yes, my baby. Shamari DeVoe realness. But yes, I think Ronnie DeVoe and Candy are the connection that brings Shamari in. So
wait, so Ronnie and April are friends? Not April. Sorry. I'm thinking of Taurus because y'all really remind me of each other. You and Candy, like seriously.
Speak it, baby. Speak it. Get them M's in my account. Go ahead, say that.
Yeah, and you absolutely deserve multiple M's in your bank account. But my thing is this: it's like I never knew that Ronnie and Candy were friends.
Well, they tour together, so they run the same circuit because Belle Biv DeVoe and Escape, and they said that later on in the episode. I was going to talk about it later, but they run in the same circle.
He gave that unsolicited advice, but we'll get to that.
Yes, we'll get to that later. So, that whole thing at her Candy studio was just a light introduction, and then it segues into Shamari and Ronnie, who they're making this EP, and that Shamari thinks they're gonna be the next J and B. That ain't happening.
Listen,
let me back that thing up.
Like figuratively, but literally, no, I don't think so.
Let me say this. Shamari is the voice. I will say she has a good voice. We only know Ronnie DeVoe to dance. He can do them little gestures. Yeah, he can do that. Honey, he hit a couple of notes.
Voice is ass.
Oh my God, he hit a couple of notes during this episode, and I was like, oh, my ears is bleeding. They bleed.
That's my babe. Ronnie, that's my babe. Beyonce world.
She was on some Beyonce and Jay. And let me say this, Beyonce got talent and Jay got talent.
Because
Ronnie a good backup dancer. That's what he is. He never been in Belle Biv DeVoe in New Edition. He was tall and he could dance in the story. So if you need a dancer, holla. But he was cracking on that mic, crack-a-lacking.
Right? He was like, that's hot right there, babe. That's hot.
Oh, it's so arrogant. He was so arrogant. Oh my God.
We need
that. We got to look for their duo project because they think they're going to be the next Jay-Z and Beyonce. But
honestly, I really don't mind supporting her. I do mind supporting him.
Why? Because he can't sing?
He can't sing. He sucks.
Yeah, he can't sing. But let me tell you, he's a good dancer. And you got to go back and look at the New Edition and all that other stuff. But that's it. Get him off the damn mic. Get him off. That's like putting me on the mic. I'm a crack, snackle, and pop. Okay? But anyway.
So, after that.
Now, Cynthia visits Nene and Greg. Go ahead. I'll let you tell it.
I thought the scene after that was with Candy on her couch.
Oh, no. I got it. So do you remember? Okay, so you want me to talk about the Nene Greg scene? I mean, it wasn't memorable.
I connected it to the first scene of Nene.
Because, I mean, you know what? Towards the end, this episode is lackluster. But anyway, Cynthia goes and visits Nene and how things went in Houston and what they decide. And Greg decides to do holistic medicine. And Nene speaks on some of the recommendations she got from Tony Braxton, who has lupus. And so they're trying to do it through diet.
Delivered from Tony Braxton.
What did you say now?
Specially delivered from Tony Braxton.
Yes, honey. Name drop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So they're taking a holistic approach. It was a very short scene. It was very unnecessary, but I guess it brought closure to the visit to Houston to say, okay, we're not doing chemo, we're doing this. But then the next scene, and that's what you're talking about, where Candy starts making calls. She calls Eva the diva. She calls Portia. Do you remember that?
Okay. And listen, in the very first episode, I said she has like the biggest crush on Candy, because I'm not Candy, on Portia. Portia, let me tell you something. Candy's eyes lit the fuck up when Portia answered that FaceTime call.
She need that beaver.
I mean, when you're a girl like Portia,
the beaver that got away.
You're gonna have people crushing on you, period. But you know what was so funny? When that white man had answered the phone.
Oh yeah, when Candy called the wrong number.
Right. But why she got two numbers of Portia though?
Well, they wasn't friends. You know, they faking the funk now for Bravo because nobody want to stop their bag. So, you know, Candy not gonna stop Portia bag, and she not gonna definitely stop her bag. So she's like, let us mend fences.
But why?
And then the other thing about
why Candy play with her hair like that when she FaceTime Portia?
But hold on, before we go down that avenue. But your girl Portia, I will give it to her, and she says it in her tagline. She says she went left, but now she went right because she realized she's like, you know what? I got to be cool with these heifers, even though I don't like them. Oh. And one thing I like about Portia this season, she's bringing comic relief. Yeah. So she's not taking herself too seriously. And she's like, you know what? I'm not trying to be out here like Phaedra without a paycheck, okay? So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to play nice with these women. I'm not going to have a big ego. And I really think with Portia, what really messed her up was that divorce with that dude, Cordell. Because she was always sweet. She was always bubbly. And I'm not a stan like you are. I'm not a stan like you are, but I recognize it. That marriage and that divorce cost her a lot of grief. And that's where the brunt of her anger came from. But she lashed out on those women. So now she's come back. Come on back. And she's like more comfortable in herself. She has found a new love, even though he ain't worth a good god darn. And she's letting stuff roll off of her. I want to be like Portia one day. I want to let shit roll off of me.
Yeah, and find me a hot dog man.
Honey, he looked like he ate all the damn hot dogs that way that belly was protruding.
Listen, we're not gonna do big guys like that.
No, because my guy is big and I love him dearly. But Portia can pull better than that. I'm sorry, hold on. Portia can pull better than Dennis. You don't agree with that?
That's subjective. I feel like the universe is very diverse. I mean, she can pull anybody that she wants to. I'm not gonna say yes. You go from Cordell Stewart to that. Girl, who is Cordell?
I'm gonna need you to look it up. He's a football player.
I know who he is, but I'm not gonna acknowledge him.
Well, he's you bucking? What's wrong? You don't like Cordell?
Nah.
Why you don't like Cordell?
I don't know. He just gave me like manipulator tease from the jump.
Ooh, don't do nothing to Portia. Kevin gonna come for you.
No, seriously. I mean, he just didn't seem like a guy who was like. He seemed like somebody who would trick you into like being codependent on him and like really like turn your understanding on love like upside down. And I think that's how Portia was, because that Portia was very in a sweet, you know, like she was in a sweet, shy stage. And I feel like he kind of likes girls like that who he can kind of control. Listen, I might be talking out my ass, but I really don't think I'm talking out my ass, period. Because I feel like the Portia who Portia is today, let's say if that was who she was when they first met, I don't think he would have dated her. If You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. But yeah, I just don't acknowledge him because I don't know. He just doesn't. No, I just can't believe
Well,
him.
so here's my thing. Cordell dated down. He dated Portia because he knew that he could manipulate her. She's a younger girl. And I'm going to say allegedly, coming from my standpoint, Portia was a cover for his lifestyle. I think Portia was a beard. Because it's interesting how.
What are you trying to say?
Hold on, let me finish, honey, before you keep popping that tongue of yours. I don't think Portia was so naive and in love with Cordell. She did not realize what was going on. Because, I'm sorry, why Cordell couldn't get her ass pregnant, but the hot dog guy got her pregnant? Let's keep it 100. But you gotta be having sexual intercourse to get a woman pregnant. And I highly doubt, and this is my opinion, that Cordell was tapping that ass.
I hear you. I can see where you're coming from. Because there was
a lot of things. And Portia's a beautiful girl. Like, he should have been all up in that. He should have got her pregnant. She wanted kids. When you first were introduced to Portia, she said that. She wanted a family.
Yeah, she's also that typical, like, hopeless romantic kind of girl. And she was in this episode, too.
And, I mean, look at the hot dog guy. The hot dog guy got that pregnant. And he ain't in shape.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I kind of see, like, a different kind of guy for Portia. Like, I can see someone who takes initiative, but is still, like, caring and mysterious almost, but, like, he is like an emperor. Like, he is someone who is still alpha, but he's like, this is my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Portia is a trophy for Dennis.
Yes. That's a really interesting take. I think you're onto something. And you know what? Now that you mentioned that, I can see how and why you would think that. I can see how you would think that. Oh, I can. But hold on. Because now I have two things. Because the first thing is what Candy and her groupies was talking about with their friends dating Dennis. And then the other thing is Dennis not really talking about anything, but definitely talking to her through materialistic things and buying her materialistic things.
Yes, he's buying her, exactly.
So maybe when it comes to having a trophy wife, you don't really ever talk about anything too deep, but you do buy her materialistic things to keep her satisfied, I guess.
Well, keep her satisfied and keep her from looking over here while you're doing this. She's got this. So we're going to fast forward a little bit because think about how production did this episode, right? They got Candy and her girls being messy, Carmen and that other chick, and then they flash back to the mama and Portia. And Mama and Portia are doting over Dennis. Yeah. Over here, you got messy teas. You got shade going on. They're talking about how Dennis got, had a 3-year relationship. How the same woman that's doing the meal prep and getting the meals is the same woman he was bumping uglies with, allegedly. But a woman of Portia's caliber is going to be attracted to the glitz, glamour, and gold. So that's not going to happen. She's not going to look for those things in Dennis. She's already like, oh, I got him. He loves me. Look at what he does for me. He cooks for me. He buys me diamonds. He gives me fancy hotels. So I'm going to remain that feminine princess that I am. And I'm not going to dig. The problem is Candy allegedly, let me say that, wants that coochie. And she being messy, and her husband told her to stay out of it. But she can't help herself because she's attracted to Portia. So you over there stirring the pot with the Candy gang over there. So you over there, oh, Carmen got something to say. This other chick who I don't know who she is got something to say. Why are y'all worried about that other woman's vagina? I mean, I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ham. Yes, turkey. I agree with everything that you're saying, and I can see, I can, yeah. But I don't think, I think Portia will prevail when it comes to finding out the truth about Dennis, and I mean the 100% truth. And I feel like, you see, it's hard to really give like my own understanding on it because sometimes I don't know how produced this is. Like, let's say if she knows all of his secrets, but they're telling her to act like she doesn't know all his secrets. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to make a guess, like an intuitive guess, I would say that she kind of knows, but she don't know all the way. And that's why she's like moving forward with it, but it's like moving forward like, so you never met this girl before? Oh, so, and also I feel like he's kind of weird. Like, he's kind of weird in the sense like, you don't really talk about like anything.
Yeah. He's just there. He's a placeholder because he don't want to mess up his position in Portia's world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just like, I feel like he doesn't talk about anything. He's mad weird. And I don't know why Portia would really date somebody like that, because I really honestly had seen somebody else for Portia, maybe like a soccer player or like.
Well, that's my thing with Portia. That man is so unhealthy. He's gonna put 200 pounds on her. Like, you go from Cordell Stewart, who is a black goddess as far as his body goes. He was cut. He had the booty. He was cut. He was a quarterback. He had to stay in shape.
Somewhat.
Right? No, he was in shape. Go look him up. I mean, you can feel how you want to feel about Cordell, but to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you had to be in shape. He couldn't be a fat ass. I'm looking at Dennis. Dennis's gut go over his penis. I mean, literally, excuse me, allegedly, however I want to put it, but
yeah, I hear you.
Sitting in there, every time I look at Dennis, he's eating. He's in the gym working out. I'm like, hot dog boy, really?
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs.
I'm sorry. I just think that in Portia's mind, Cordell, look at you over there giggling. I'm trying to be serious.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm trying to help.
One hot dog, please.
I can't with you.
At the baseball games.
Oh, I already know what you're talking about. I can't with you.
Okay. Yes.
But I feel like Portia was so hurt by Cordell, right? And I know, like, I can only speak as a woman first before anything. Like, she was hurt. So she probably figured she got to do shit differently because she wants that white picket fence. She wants to have a child. She wants all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like she'll get that, but not with Dennis, though. That's what I think. I feel like that is like kind of her thing, and she already knows that from jump. Is that she's supposed to have like the dream man with the kids and big old nice happy family that she gets to cook dinner for, and like like the typical like all of that stuff. But Dennis feels the same way.
Did you? I don't think he feels the same way, and I think Dennis is ratchet. I think Dennis.
You think he's ratchet?
I think he spreads it low and spreads it wide. Ooh. I think Dennis got several females in the ATL. So this is my thoughts. This is how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I could put a legend behind it, but I just don't think he's a solid dude. I don't think
so either. And you know what? In the first episode of our web series, I had shaded Candy because like I was just like, like, why do you have to talk negatively about someone's man? But at the same time, listen, she might have some real tea on him that's like, you know.
But don't we have tea on Todd? Let's be one about it.
We do?
I mean, but here's the thing. She has an open relationship with Todd, so that trumps everything. They bring women into the bedroom, but Todd made it very clear that he was hump on Portia. He's like, oh yeah, she's sexy, she can get it. So that's why Kandi brought her on in. Come on into the sex dungeon. Come hither. But I don't know. You put the spotlight on anybody, you're gonna find something. You know, if you look, you're gonna find. And I think we could find something on Todd. I mean, I don't think Todd's an angel or a saint.
I mean, honestly, you can find something on anybody these days, but I didn't know like Todd has like any like dirty laundry. And if he did, I don't think I really give a shit.
I mean, supposedly he was like the kind of dude that wouldn't settle down. You know, the first baby mama, he didn't marry if you noticed. He always dated
he does have another kid. I totally forgot.
Yeah, and supposedly he always dated up. Like he didn't want a woman beneath him, which is not the standard for a man. Normally a man wants a woman that's slightly under him. But with Todd, he was the sack chaser. He was the other way around. So he wanted a woman up. And that's why he was okay with signing that prenup. But that's also why he pushes the kid issue and pushes new business ventures. So I don't know. Todd, I was kind of happy Todd wasn't in this episode. I'm gonna just say it.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of refreshing when Todd's on the screen sometimes. Like I like his energy. Like he's a good guy, and I also feel like he's like pretty. I like to see him on my television screen. I get bored of Kandi though, but Todd, I'm just like, he cool.
I'm waiting for the bottom to fall out with them too.
Really?
I don't know why I just am. Yeah, because you know he was working on production for Bravo. I feel like Kandi is a come up for Todd. So sometimes I have a problem with the level of authority she allows Todd to have in her business.
Like
making decisions. So Kevin, let me ask you this: how many seasons back did you watch? Did you watch the last 3 seasons?
I believe I did. I seen the last one when he went to Spain.
Okay. So here's my thought. Todd's baby was supposed to be the OLG. And if you go back to the first season where he was working on it, he was lazy. His ass was lazy as shit. Like, Kandi had to push him, like, we have deadlines. Like, you have to do this.
You know what? I think I remember that. He was kind of lazy. Oh, didn't he have like a beard during that time?
Yep.
Oh my God. Listen, this is totally completely off topic, but in ancient Chinese face reading, which is the study of the facial features, a man who has a beard is someone who's very, very, very lazy when it comes to doing a lot of things. He's very stubborn. I'm not gonna say lazy, he's very stubborn. And that's the only reason why I remember is because I just remember his beard was very thick and full. And he would just be like,
you serious?
I don't know about that, babe, because I don't know. That's exactly how he is. But
remember his beard was very...
What?
I was playing you at the same time on my phone. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, I'm playing on your TV screens. You know, get comfortable to me being on the motherfucking camera.
Surround sound Kevin.
Right.
But no, yeah, that's interesting because you know what? I actually prefer a man to have a beard. That's interesting you say that, Kevin.
Yeah, he's very stubborn. It doesn't mean he's not gonna do shit, but it's just like he's gonna be very reluctant, or he's gonna have. It's gonna take you some time to like push him to do it, basically. And that's all I remember. But but keep going with your thought, though.
Well, so here's my thing. For me, because I'm not in love with Todd, you know, Kandi in love with Todd. Todd saw Kandi as an opportunity, right? And the thing that I have, because I mean, hell, I'm working as a cameraman. I'm making 90 racks a year. Somebody come approach me that look like money. Oh, that changes. That's a game changer. That's life changing. So I can now, instead of being a worker, I can be a decision maker. I could be a boss, the boss that I feel like I could be. So Candy got all money. She got long money from Escape and on forward. All right, this woman fall in love with me. And he signed the prenup. But the prenup states that anything they make together, he gets 50% of, right? So he keeps pumping out these business ideas. He keeps pumping out stuff. That's just like me. If I left my job and Brandon is a boss in that regard, I'm going to keep pumping out stuff. If he had me sign a prenup, I'm going to keep pumping out stuff until something's sick. So now, if I got to check out because, or if I got to get a divorce, remember, if you go back to, I can't remember what season, but Apollo and Peter was in Todd's ear. Like, you don't want to end up like us, because Cynthia writes Peter a paycheck, and Phaedra, and this is allegedly, this is what they said, and then allegedly Phaedra gives Apollo money when she feels like it. So, you know, the thing was, why you laugh? But it's true. That's what was said.
God bless Phaedra and that whole shindig scenario with that man. I wonder what was his sign. Like, when is his birthday?
Who?
Apollo.
Get money sign, whatever the money signs are. No, or no, whatever the foolishness signs are, because he was a foolish fool. Because how you gonna go to jail not once but twice? Really? And his thing was, oh well, I'm entertaining this woman that requires a certain lifestyle. Honey, you can require the whole lifestyle if you want, but guess what? I'm not going to jail for you.
Oh my God. He's a Scorpio. And Phaedra, Apollo, and Phaedra's also a Scorpio as well. That confirms my suspicions, because I actually already thought that he was a Scorpio. I just didn't say that. Well, whatever, girl, you know. But they're gone. I mean, not gone, but they're divorced.
Gone, but not forgotten.
Listen, I actually like Phaedra. You like Phaedra?
I didn't care for her. She's not a friend. Kevin, if you ever did me that way, I would come find you. She did your girl Portia dirty.
She's a...
I don't see how you could like her, and especially you being a fan of Portia. I do not see how you could like Phaedra.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm a very dynamic individual. I can most definitely love and support Portia, while at the same time being very, 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 very content with who Phaedra is before that whole scenario and even after. I mean, I still like her. She's cool. I would like to see a show about her more and more and just kind of see how she is. Phaedra's very interesting, and she's also kind of mysterious at the same time. And I feel like she can be very intriguing, a little bit more intriguing than the other girls. I kind of feel like sometimes.
Well, all you have to do is tune into last season's Braxton show, because she was a friend of the Braxtons. So the Braxton sisters walked out, and there was only Tracy left. Tracy had friends come in. Phaedra was one of those friends. So, hell, if you like Phaedra like that, go tune into last season's Braxton Family Time.
I totally forgot she's on that show. But listen, I really don't keep up with the Braxtons because they're kind of extra.
They are extra. But, I mean, I threw that out there because you're a fan of Phaedra's. I'm not a fan of the Braxtons, but I'm just letting you know. Because I got time today. So I'll be looking for receipts and all the tea, and they're very dysfunctional, and yeah, I watch it from time to time.
Yeah.
But okay, we have totally gone off map. So we're at ATL Live, and Shamari DeVoe is performing. Do you remember that episode? That
Part,
scene?
yeah, I do remember. And honestly, I mean, I don't like to shade anybody's performance as far as like when they're, just tending to their fans and just putting on their performance and just executing their God-given talents. However, at the same time, when Cynthia said it looked like a middle school talent show, or I don't know maybe it was a tweet on Twitter that I seen. Somebody had said it like a middle school talent show.
That's funny. That's funny.
I kind of laughed, but listen, I'm here for that good, healthy, romantic love that they both have.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's 10 o'clock.
It was cool. It was cute.
Okay.
It was cute. I just didn't like the fact that all of the people in the back was like looking at Nene and Portia and Cynthia and all of the other girls, but I get it. They're celebrities, I guess, or local celebrities. But
see, I didn't even pay attention. I'm gonna be very honest with you.
Yeah, I look at all of that stuff because it just gets on my nerves that, like, they can't live their lives without people like breaking their necks, looking at them all the time. Like, I don't know. Like when people,
well, don't you think that's a part of reality? That's how it is. Because
of being a public figure, yes, it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, at least act like you're paying attention to what's happening on stage instead of looking at me or looking at my back because I'm not even facing you.
Yeah.
But it's okay, though.
Yeah, I hear you.
How did you feel about it?
It was lackluster for me. And then, I'm sorry, the shadiest part of it all was when Ronnie DeVoe comes out and tell Candy that if you need practice, holler at me because your placement was off. I was like, boy, you're not even Bobby Brown. You're not even Ricky Bell. Like, you are just backup. You don't even have a voice. You go sit down. Have several seats.
But you know what? At the same time, I kind of feel two ways about that because when who said it first? No, it was what's her name? What's her girl name again?
Shamari.
Shamari. Because Shamari was the one that tapped him on the shoulder, like, hey, like, you want to give Candy any advice? I don't think she was doing it in a shady way. I think she was doing it in a way like, my man is like really good at performances and he could offer really great advice. But how it was delivered from him, and I feel like he kind of seen it as an opportunity to maybe shade on her a little bit because of, I guess, like the publicity that she may have versus what he may have, even though they've come from a musical background. And I feel like that was like a little bit of like a hint of jealousy, but also genuine advice at the same time. And also, even if that is the case, Candy is not the person to receive like a third party's advice so well, unless you're like internal and in the group with her, like a part of her team, giving her that advice. So if you are someone who's external, I feel like she's just gonna shut you down and shade you and all this stuff. Because she's just not that. I don't want to say like she's not that mature to like just brush it off, but she's kind of not that mature to just brush it off. Like if I was her, I'd have been like, okay, whatever, and then just that's it.
Here's my thing.
See you later. That's it. Instead of like, well, I'm gonna give you advice next time on your performance. How about that?
What you gonna tell me? You a backup dancer, okay? You want to tell me some moves? You want to tell me some placements? Cool, but you need to pull me to the side. I feel like that was out of line. True. That was shady Faye, and I think it was done on the strength of production of Bravo to create drama.
Oh, maybe so.
But Ronnie is not a loudmouth. And see, I'm a New Edition fan. I'm a Bell Biv DeVoe fan. He's not a loudmouth. He's not.
Interesting. Well, I kind of look at it from a perspective where he was kind of acting on a hint of jealousy. But you're right. It could be production's strength, like you said, honestly, because production.
Yeah, and for me, I look at reality TV so different because if you have an executive producer, if you have an EP or a producer, what does a producer do? They produce, they create something that's not actually there. So all my reality shows, that's where I'm coming from.
I hear you.
Yeah. So, but what was the next thing that happened? So they went to ATL live. We have the whole issue with Ronnie kind of telling Candy that, but also at that ATL live, like Candy was like, what she say? She was like saying stuff in her interview confessional, like, your man's a chef. Like Portia was talking about her man. And oh my God, like Candy's
Like, just
so
because he ate
shady.
hot dogs, I mean, he a chef.
Well, no, right. So remember, like Portia talking about how she's so in love and she's doting over Dennis. And then like in Candy's confessional, she was like, he a chef, like throwing all kind of shade at Dennis. And I'm like, girl, if you don't have several seats, she was like,
Protect
he a
my
hot.
girl.
Oh wait, no, and this is what she says too. And then it was something else said, and she was like, he a dog, all right. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Candy, listen, she will fight till the end for her high school crush, girl.
Her high school crush.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was, I noticed a pattern with Nene. She come for the new girl. So remember,
Yeah, like
Nene.
I never understood that shade. I was just like, why are you talking? Well, first of all, how you shake her hand so casually, but in the little confessional, you're like,
You're shading her.
yeah, exactly.
So here's my thing. I noticed, and you can go back to Kim and check the receipt. She shaded Kim. Every single new girl, not Kim, I'm sorry, Candy. Every single new girl that comes in, she shaded Claudia. Every single new girl that comes in, Nene shades. And it's like a hazing in a sense. Like she's gonna send you through some bullshit, some drama to see how you respond. Because her and Candy were at odds and now they're cool.
Whoever her little therapist is that she's been visiting for like on and off for the past couple of years, I think she should talk about that. Like that whole action in like hazing someone or feeling like you need to haze somebody, because that's totally unnecessary. I mean, you can totally have a new girl into the group without giving them some kind of hazing. And I understand like maybe production wants you guys to do that, but I'm pretty sure some natural drama would come into the storyline without you having to like, give somebody some kind of hazing that's forced.
Here's my thing about Nene. I think what she's doing is like the alpha female. This is my show, bitches. You gonna have to come through me, and I'm gonna test you in the process. That's what I think she does. And if you don't back down, like then that creates a little chaos and confusion. And it depends on how you handle it, because you might end up like with Sheree, or you might end up like Candy. It just depends.
Interesting.
So that was one of my takes on this, because I'm like, isn't it interesting how Candy always, I mean not Candy, Nene always falls out with the new girl. And right now, Nene got so much shit going on in her personal life. She should not have time to attack anybody.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't understand, why are you even putting any energy in towards like being like unreasonably like shady towards someone, and then like I don't know. And I think that, and you know what? I kind of feel like in that confessional where she was just like, and when I met her, blah, 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 I was just like, I think the reason why she couldn't really verbalize how she felt was because she didn't feel any kind of way. It was just regular. But I feel like it's kind of forced, because if you have a problem with somebody, you're able to verbalize what you have an issue with them about. Like, for example, Eva and Marlo, right? Even though she didn't verbatim like say like Eva is like, well, actually I take that back. She did. She said that Eva is like Donald Trump in the news, like extra, read all about it. That's what she said. But it's like with Nene, she's like not able to verbalize it. She's just kind of just being shady for no reason. And I think maybe that's a hint that this is I guess, produced by producers.
Yeah. Yes, because right now, if you ask me, and then I also listened to that oldest son's baby mama. They said Nene went back to Housewives because she needed the money. All that little outside gigs she was doing was drying up. Okay, if that being true, right?
Mm.
You need to produce income. You need to create drama to confirm your spot in your even though you're like legendary in your eyes, you still,
Yeah,
if you didn't bring any drama, baby, you're not holding the peach.
right.
So
You need to come back stronger than ever.
right. So right now with Nene dealing with Greg and she's dealing with her son's drug addiction allegedly. Um She don't have no time for that shit. So I think the producers is feeding her stuff and say, okay, go attack this person. Go do this. Go do that. You laughing.
You said she ain't got time for all that shit. The way you said it.
I mean, okay, Kevin, we all go through stuff in our personal lives. If you're going through something major.
Sorry, I just can't stop thinking of the whole hot dog comment. Oh my god. Hot dog. Okay.
You funny.
Yes.
You everywhere. You still on the hot dog. You want Dennis? You want the hot dog man?
No. Hot dog. Get your hot dog. One hot praline, please. That's how they be on them old cartoons. Okay.
Okay. So the last part is the messy conversation. So the back and forth. So how production did it was, they had Carmen, Candy, and some random chick at Candy's studio. I don't know who the heifer is, but she's friends with somebody that was humping on Dennis. All right. Then in another scene, they got Portia and her mama talking about how great Dennis is. So you got the pros and the cons of Dennis.
Because Portia's assistant is also with him as well in this conversation.
Huh?
Portia's assistant is also with her in this conversation as well, so let's acknowledge him.
Okay. But basically, you have the pros and cons of Dennis, is what I'm getting at. So you got Candy's crew over there keying about how off of a person Dennis is, how he started this relationship with Portia out of nowhere and had a 3-year relationship with some chick and just left her high and dry to go be with Portia. Then you got Portia, the mama, and her assistant over there talking about how great Dennis is as a person and how she loved him and doting over him and all that.
And supposedly he about to get her face tattooed onto his back.
And according to the Candy Coated Nights crew over there, they saying that ain't nothing out of pocket for him. He get bitches, oh, excuse me, did I say that? Tattooed on him all the time.
But if that's the case, then
and just move on to some Randy.
Okay, but what if we should put 2 and 2 together? Like, okay, who are all of these women's names on your body?
Well, I think Portia's in love, Kevin.
Like, first of all, no.
You said it earlier, she's a hopeless romantic.
Listen.
Portia is a hopeless romantic.
Listen, when Portia's in love, yeah, she's in love. Is she kind of blinded by some things here and there? Yes. Is she dumb? No. And I guarantee you, if she was to put 2 and 2 together, she's going to be the kind of girl to be like, okay, wait, something's not feeling right, and it's just not going to work out for me.
But can I say this? Portia is in love. I can see it. She over there gaining all kind of weight, eating this man cooking.
Listen.
She about to have this man's baby, okay?
April, listen, realistically speaking, with how many women that he has dated, that's a long list of names to run down your back.
You don't think Portia could have found this out if she actually looked? Portia ain't interested in looking, Kevin. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. A woman in love, It's like F what the world is saying. This is my man. I don't care what you saying. You could have slept with him last night. That's my man. Okay.
All right,
I'll fight all the girls. I'll fight all the girls. That is my man. And that's how Portia feels right now.
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Portia's stupid. I think that she will put two and two together very, very soon. And if she has not done it, or if she doesn't do it in the future, she's probably doing it right now. Honestly, like I don't know. Like, I don't think she's dumb.
Pregnant. She's not leaving him. Her love for Dennis is no different than Khloe Kardashian for Tristan. Now I'm gonna tell you something. A woman pregnant, a woman having a baby by a man, she's not about to leave that man.
Well,
he can set her house on fire. He can set her coochie on fire. She ain't leaving him. Portia not leaving Dennis is my point to you. She's not leaving.
I think we'll have to wait and see. But I have faith in Portia that Portia will put two and two together and be like, okay, something's not right. I just kind of feel like that's how she is. Like, she's
not leaving him. See the difference between Dennis and Cordell? Dennis, she's having a baby with, and Cordell, guess what? They ain't had no baby together. I'm telling you, for a woman, that's a game changer. Game over. You're going to be more willing to put up with a lot of bullshit with a man that you have a baby with.
Alrighty. Well, did you see the previews for the next episode?
I did, and I didn't take any notes on it, so you're going to have to kind of walk me through that because I was already checking out.
Let's see if I even remember.
I think Shamari and Nene get into it.
They do?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember. Yeah,
I don't remember, but let me tell you this: my man is home.
Yes, and my invisible man is home as well. So we're gonna head to bed very, very soon.
Yes, and I'm gonna need you to send me some chocolate chip cookies for our next discussion.
Yes, chocolate chip cookies and water. Like, oh, girl, water is my best friend. Okay, but I guess that wraps up this show of Cognac and Conversation.
Yes, it was a pleasure, Kevin. Subscribe to Kevin Wealth.
Yeah,
subscribe to April Beebe if you haven't already, because you're missing out. And we're gonna start talking about some other TV shows. Love on Lockdown.
Oh, and also if you guys have any suggestions too, like give us some suggestions, like as far as like what television shows you guys would like to have us talk about.
Yeah, one of our subscribers, she gave us some feedback last week, which was awesome. So,
oh my god,
that.
Queen! Like she literally was just like, "Listen, y'all motherfuckers need to do a motherfucking review on 90 Day Fiancé because." So I think we should totally do that.
Definitely.
But no.
What?
Didn't you say what's that show called with the people from out of jail?
Love on Lockdown. Yes.
Love on
Lockdown.
Period.
We might have to have a 3-way discussion with Mr. Brando because I got him watching too.
Oh, really?
Yes. We all watching. Honey, that Johanna and Garrett, let me tell you, boy got out of jail. He's 24 years old and she trying to lock his ass down. And honey, he's still trying to move around. So
yeah, I think let me find out that Brandon want to do a little web series of cocktails and conversations with us.
Honey, I'm getting ready. Like we in the TV room now. I'm getting tables. I'm getting green screens. We gonna be ready, okay?
Y'all have a green screen?
I don't have it yet, but in the TV room, the lighting is hella different. I noticed as I move around, like everything pops up differently. But you know, one of the viewers said something about the echo in the house, and Brandon's ceilings are like 30-something feet tall, so it creates this major echo. But in the theater room, we don't have that. So We've been kind of moving around the house trying to figure out good locations. I think this room works. We just need like a table. We need, green screen. We need stuff, honey, stuff. We moving into the 21st century. We gotta have stuff.
So, in other words, thank you guys so much for watching, for loving
thank you,
for supporting us, for talking with us. You guys are very amazing, very blessed, very amazing, very beautiful, very gorgeous, and I appreciate every last motherfucking comment and view that you guys watch, whether it be 1 second or 1 hour and 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really do appreciate that because, I like to see everybody else's comments on like what we're talking about as well. And also to see if they feel the same way. Like sometimes viewers will agree with one person and not the other. They might agree with you and not me. Or they might agree with me and not you. Okay? So I like to hear that.
Well, Kevin, like I said, you need to FedEx me some cookies. ATL ain't that far from Texas. Or maybe post your little recipe or something. Yes. I think for Vlogmas, I'm going to have a different cocktail. That's what I was thinking for Vlogmas.
My recipe is the Kroger dairy department. Okay? That's the recipe. Period.
You so stupid. But wait a minute. So, okay, for your YouTube channel, think about this, Kevin. We are entering in December. It's Vlogmas. And I don't know if you know what Vlogmas is, but let me put this out there real quick before we sign off. Every day you're supposed to vlog, every single day up until Christmas.
Really?
So, yes. So, December is a big month for YouTubers, Kevin. I need you to come on.
I'm 100% down. Like, I mean, you have my support. Like, just let me know, like, what's good. I'm 100%.
Well, you need to vlog on your channel every day. I need to vlog on my channel every day. Okay. So I thought about this long and hard, and it doesn't have to be very long, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Say what's up to your fan base, to your people. And then my thought is for me is I'm going to have a cocktail every day. And I'm going to show my subscribers how to make that cocktail. So, and every now and then I might throw in a recipe or an outing with Mr. Brando, whatever it is, but I'm going to switch it up. Every single day I'm bringing content. So I challenge you, Kevin, to do the same.
Okay, well, challenge accepted. I might not know what the hell I'm going to talk about, but I know for a fact that I'm going to be talking about something that will help a lot of people when they watch my shit. Period, point blank. Because sometimes throughout the day, I'm just like, listen, I can talk about this, and this can really help a lot of people. But sometimes I'm just too lazy to like open up my MacBook and press the record button. But you know what? I 100% accept the challenge, Mrs. April. So starting December 1st, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
You're ready, honey. You're ready, honey. And I mean, it could be about anything, how you're feeling that day.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today because I was just like, maybe I should like, instead of talking to myself about how I feel, I could like vlog about it.
Yeah, crypto advice. You're big on crypto, and a lot of people don't know that. But yes, I mean, even though the market is down, you can give your opinion where you see things going to the future. Just every day, bring the subscribers some sort of content to make their Christmas.
I don't know. Yeah. Even though the market's down, you just had to mention it. But
was that shady? Was that shady, Faye?
Shit, it's shading me and you because we're both crypto investors, period.
Baby. I might do a video one day on Ripple alone because I feel like I feel like Ripple is the comeback kid. Mark my words, Ripple.
April, girl. Listen, right after we get off of this, I'm gonna tell you like my ideas for what we can talk about with crypto. Because I just got a really great idea.
Okay. All right. Well, we're signing off, y'all. We can't give y'all too much information.
I'm so excited. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a blessed, loving, amazing life.
Good night.
Next time.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next Sunday for Cocktails and Conversations.